Welcome to Strength for Today for May 4th. Total surrender. Let's look at Matthew 11, verse 28. Matthew 11:28 says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Total surrender. Pastor Greg Laurie, I love him, and his wife were overjoyed when their son Christopher decided to follow in his father's footsteps and become more involved in the church. But one unexpected morning, their lives took a turn for the worse. Christopher was involved in a car accident and he passed away. It was a terrible time for their family, and their church rallied around them with prayers of support. Greg and his wife surrendered completely to the Lord and found comfort and strength in Him to overcome their tragedy. Greg's colleague, John Collins, said, "We're devastated and grieving. However, we have the hope and the certainty of knowing that Chris is with the Lord. We grieve, but not as those who have no hope." Complete surrender can be challenging. It takes discipline, practice, and commitment. It is easy to give of ourselves or of what we have when we live in comfort and abundance. But true surrender is when we give through hardship and surrender in emptiness. Giving ourselves in times of trial is difficult, but God is Lord over every situation we may encounter. When we surrender all we are and have to Him, He will carry us through the turbulent waters. And that is so true, my friend. He is going to be with you in the hard times. I've had hard times, and I know He has really pulled me through. And it's interesting, when we're in good times, we kind of get too busy for God sometimes. And then we have a hard time, and people always say, "I've never felt closer to God than in those hard times." And it's true. He's with us all the time, and it's kind of our response back to Him to just really be trusting. So I hope today, if you're going through a hard time, that you just know that He is saying, "Come unto me, and I will give you rest." He wants to give us rest, and He wants to give us comfort. And my friend, He is walking with you, especially if you're going through a hard time, just step by step. A lot of times He's even just carrying you. That's why in that footprints poem, you say, "Well, God, during hard times, why do I only see one set of footprints?" He says, "It was then, my child, that I carried you." And that's so true. So don't ever forget, God is with you, He loves you, and He's going to carry you through all of these really hard times. And in the end, He's going to make sense of it on the other end. Sometimes we won't even understand things maybe till heaven, and the death of a child has to be a horrible, horrible thing to go through. But God is going to be with all of us. He promises never to leave or forsake us. So I hope you remember that today, that He's always going to be with you, and you can take your burdens to Him. I hope you remember that today, my friend. I hope you remember, too, that you matter. You matter so much to God. You matter to me, and you matter to your friends and family. I hope today that you just can go out there and live your life, lifting all your burdens up to Him, even in the hard times. Have a sweet day, and I will see you back here tomorrow. You can order your own copy of Strength for Today by Dr. David Jeremiah by going to davidjeremiah.org or calling Turning Point at 877-998-0222. And I would like to answer any question you may have about faith in Jesus. Just email me through my website, nancyjoytoyou.com. I hope you lean on God's strength and have a fantabulous day.